Lance, it is so good to see you again. We have been working together for over a decade.
We have.
We have, and I still have the coffee cup that you gave us from our first project together. Website Hero, Cape
Yes.
sold separately.
That's right.
So you've really watched the industry mature over the last 13 years, and I'm curious, what have you seen that has changed the most in higher education?
Yeah, we have. Focusing on marketing in higher education, obviously we've seen over that period of time that we've been working with mStoner a variety of changes around what types of channels are most effective. The website certainly has come into prominence in the last 13 years, and then it's now become the focal point of everything, and the landing page, effectively, if you want to say page collectively, for all of the offsite, offline, and other types of marketing that's traditionally been done, such that every driver now takes people, parents and students, to the website, and alumni, of course, as well. So the website has become prominent and important in so many ways. All pathways lead to the web. So marketing professionals have also adapted in this new world, and they have gone from being mostly driven by offline communication to mostly driven by online. But the blend and the expertise, the tools that are required for them to be experts in is changed dramatically over the last 13 years.
Mm-hmm. I would guess that, and tell me if this is a fair statement, that really the industry is facing a much more complex and nuanced communications challenges than we were seeing 13 years ago. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about how the tools factor in.
Sure. Well, the tools are an interesting conundrum for most marketing professionals because these are things that traditionally aren't strategic in nature. They're oftentimes relegated to other professionals who have expertise in these tools. Think back to the days of offline communication. Marketing professionals certainly wouldn't sketch out the content for a billboard or craft the illustration that goes in a magazine advertisement. But today they're hands-on with these tools, whether it's social media communication tools, taking Instagram pictures, typing directly in as the conversation evolves, being directly involved in the content creation. The same is true, of course, on the website. The website has become not just something that the webmaster manages, it's something that the marketing and communications professionals have to be very comfortable with. They have to understand the nuance of online communication, whether it's social, whether it's video, whether it's pure website content management, and how all those things blend together in such a way that they're very comfortable with these tools. They can't just turn that problem over to the IT department to go and craft the right tool set, because then only they will be the ones that are comfortable using them. The marketing professionals themselves now have to have a major voice in the selection process of the tools, which need to be very easy and pedestrian for all of their staff to be able to use very comfortably and efficiently and regularly.
That is a huge change from the past.
It is.
When we first started working together, IT always managed the toolkit and marketing and communications managed the content. But what I'm hearing is that really in this day and age, marketing and communications is responsible for the technology, for the training, for the planning and the strategic integration of that content. Is that right?
That's right. And none of the traditional requirements of the marketing professional have changed. So this is all just added on top of what they've been tasked to do over the years, whether it's strategic planning, whether it's the actual channel management of content flow. Now it's in addition to that, it's the tool sets. It's as if we've gone from the old days of typesetting where someone else did that to word processing where we all do that. The same is true for online communication. It's not enough now to say, well, there is a webmaster who manages content on the website, and I've hired this social media person to work with social media. We all, as marketing professionals, need to own these tool sets. We need to be comfortable managing all of that content, Training is a huge implication because it's not just you, it's your staff, and maybe the staff themselves aren't accustomed to using these types of tools. And yet they need to be, and they need to be the authentic voice in the process. They need to channel the essence of the institution to both prospective students and parents. There's been a lot of research done lately about how students and parents both, they get it. I mean, they're using these tools every day. They're very comfortable now navigating websites and finding what they want, whether through Google searches, coming kind of sideways to the website and finding that hidden gem of content that they were looking for that tells them something very specific about the program that they're interested in, bypassing the home page and the traditional navigation information architecture that we spend so much time working on. And so every aspect of the communication, whether it's directly on the website or blended in with social media, needs to both be well orchestrated in terms of how it's blended together, but it also has to be really well managed all around the edges. That long tail of information that we create all comes into play because the students and the prospective students that we're looking for are coming in from all these different angles.
Right. There's an awful lot to unpack in what you just said. Where does one get started?
Wow. Well, first of all, own the problem. I mean, as marketing professionals, we can't just say this is someone else's problem anymore. We have to be comfortable with all of the technology and all of the channels of communication, mobile, social, traditional web, untraditional web, advertising on the web. All of this needs to be owned by the marketing professionals. And then second, figure out the right tools for the job. We're in the web content management business, so these are the types of tools that we know quite well. Our products are commercial and they're sold, but there's open source systems that are used and oftentimes embraced by IT, which don't necessarily cut it for the marketing professionals. So make sure that the tools are not just available and understood, but easily trained across all of the staff, because training and management of the staff and their ability to affect the outcomes that you've put into your strategy is one of the biggest challenges of the marketing professionals today.
Good deal. Lance, thank you so much for talking with me today. Much appreciated.
You're
and
welcome.
I'm hoping to get a new coffee cup soon.
You
and
will.
Possibly even a cape.
We'll see about that.
Sounds great. Thanks again.
Thank you, Voltaire.